Hey guys, what's up? How's everybody doing? What you're looking at right now is a huge layout. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to flex right now, but my goodness, I mean, this is a big layout. So basically, let me just give a backstory real quick. So after Christmas, usually my buddy TrainKing James, he always makes a layout after Christmas, and this year I wanted to do the same. And I actually was going to do the same last year, but for some reason it was really difficult for me to get started, and once I got started I just didn't continue. I guess I lost interest. But this time around I did finish, and this layout uses my entire I'm sorry, I don't know why I went out of focus. This layout contains my entire collection, so like all the way from down there all the way to up here. Like every single destination and building I've ever had is being used on this layout, including almost every single straight track piece I've owned. I think only 2 pieces of straight track were not used on this, and personally I think that's insane. I really was not planning on that. I didn't realize it, but near the end, I was running out of straight track, and I was like, oh shoot. Because I wasn't sure if I was even going to be able to finish because of that. But I'm not going to do a specific, in-depth, detailed tour of this because that would just take forever, and I don't have much time, but I will just give like a little overview. So, I mean, right here we have Tidmouth sheds. It's not that exciting or anything. I know the last layout video I did, like full-on carpet layout, back in 2014. And speaking of which, this is meant to be my 6-year anniversary video. This will either be uploaded on the day, which is Wednesday, January 22nd, 2020. And ironically, 6 years ago on Wednesday, January 22nd, 2014 is when I created my channel. So if it goes up this Wednesday, hopefully it does, it'll be my 6-year anniversary. But if it comes out a couple days later, just know that my 6-year anniversary just hit. So yeah, it's just a basic Tidmouth sheds. I mean, there's only one line that actually connects to anything. We got Tidmouth Station right here with Flora, and we've got Tidmouth Halt right here with Oliver. Let's keep going this way. So here is the huge quarry area. We've got Boulder Mountain with Rusty down there. We've got Merrick, and there's Scarlery, and a lot of my cargo cars right now are white/gray because they're still being used as slate cars. When I made my trucks remake, I was trying to make other remakes as well along with it, but I ran out of time during my summer of 2018 to finish those, so I never got around to finishing them. But coming this summer, I'll finally finish what was meant for the rest of these customs, and you will see what that was, and I hope you all will like it. But I'm not going to talk about that right now because that's irrelevant. So we've got over here the Let's Have a Race Set station. There's Rheneas and Bulgy. We've got Kevin down here. He's talking to one of my boulders. I wonder why. Kevin's a little strange. Here's Freddie and Colin. Mr. Percival too. We've got Marin Station right here. And here's Rosie with the breakdown trains. And Henry's had a little accident. I don't know. Something I've always done on most of my layouts anyways is put like a little accident scene, and I've always found that entertaining. So yeah, and then on this bridge we have Donald and Douglas with a pretty long line of cars. You got the 4-way mountain crossing here, and here's Luke with the baggage car. We got Monty and Oliver and Thumper, and then we got Duke and his shed over here. Peter, Sam. Here is Flora back at oh no, I already mentioned that. And we've got Smudger with the zoo cars and the winter fuel up. Just some miscellaneous things. There's Sir Handel at the rock crusher in that little building. Let me turn and show you what was to my right at Tidmouth, and that was this really cool, it's called the Rumble and Race Mountain set, was the name of the original set, and it came with this huge mountain. And I've never, in all of my layouts, I've always just kind of ignored it and never used it, but on this one, obviously, I wanted to use everything, so I incorporated it, and I think what I did was really cool, because usually it has two ascending tracks coming off of it, but I made one of them come to a bridge, and that leads you to the Rheneas spiral. And here's Mighty Mac with my two narrow gauge coaches. There's Lady at Shining Time Station down there. And here's Ulfstead Castle. We've got Stephen and Jack. And then here's Edward. And he has the Christmas car from my latest remake, Hunt the Car / Hunt the Truck. If you haven't seen it, I would highly suggest you check it out, because I was pretty pleased with how it came out. Here we've got a little mini, I guess a continuation of the Quarry. I was thinking maybe the Ulfstead mine, because we got the Haunted mine and then the Quarry mine tunnel. We've got Alfie and Max, Mavis. Here's Bertram back here at the gold cars, and Byron, and then Coldy, and I forgot to mention Percy, Snowplow Percy with the mail. Let's see. Let's see. So if you go down here from the castle, here is the Sodor Railway Repair. He's just kind of chilling, I guess. Here's the airfield I forgot to mention with Tiger Moth. We've got the Toll Booth Bridge with Patrick over here. Here's Duck with some express coaches. Let me go over here to this neat little section. I really like this section, how it came out. Here is Toby's Windmill. And these lines come over here to the 8-way switch / crossing. Here's Murdoch, and he has a huge train going across a double crossover track. And there's Road. There's Madge with Duncan, reference to Cool Truckings. There's a signal box. And I have a stacking riser thing going on over there. I really like how that looks. And back here at the 8-way switch, we have all 4 of these lines, actually, from this side anyways. They come into Vicarstown Station. And here was the oil derrick, I forgot to mention. But we've got, down here at Vicarstown, we've got Gina with a dinosaur. That's kind of an obvious reference. Here's D199, he's just chilling. We've got Caitlin with the castle coaches. Let's see. We got Vinny. Sorry it's a little dark. I just can't help it. I'm kind of struggling to even sit here. We got Vinny with some box cars. One of them's actually Dart in disguise, but you know, we weren't supposed to know that. Here's a lighthouse. Here's Thomas, actually. This is where Thomas is on my layout. He's kind of on a raft right now, floating out in the water. Let's see. So these 2 lines right here with Logan, they converge at the coal station. And you've got the Sling Bridge here. Stanley with the Sodor Brass Band coach. It's the 2017 Stanley. I have multiple variants of a lot of engines. I tried to use the variants I've never used for anything on this, just to get some use out of them, because I kind of feel bad. But this is the only Thomas Wood model on the layout. Thomas Wood Harvey. He's a pretty nice model, I gotta admit. That's one Thomas Wood model that's actually pretty good. So you see Norman with the fuel tankers. He's at the Sodor Search and Rescue Center building, but we're gonna ignore that right now and go past it. Here's my docks area. I actually really like how this came out. I haven't really seen this, I don't think, in any other layouts, but I made the docks be a loop. So you come in here. There's the rolling gantry crane, which is new to my collection this year. Cranky with a milk barrel, and there's Salty, and then there's Bill, and he's pestering Salty. Got Cranky and the Sodor cargo crane, and Arthur with the ice delivery cars, and then the lighthouse bridge, and there's Bulstrode. Sodor big tugboat, Sodor Bay cargo ship. Here's Gator and Porter. And then right next to the docks is the rescue center. So we got Norman with all my fuel tankers. We got Bell right here, which is a new addition from this year. Special thanks to Hero the Japanese Train. He actually bought that for me at the store Droud's Derailment in Pennsylvania on the Tito York Con 2018 trip. So we got a water tanker right here being fueled up. We got Dustin at the Sodor Weather Tracker. We've got Harold's Helipad, and then a continuation of the docks right here, the Brendam Barrel Company. Let's continue on this way. Here is the clay pits. Here's Marion at the top. Hold on, awkward step here. Here is the rest of the clay pits. Have both lines from the rescue center coming in and crossing. Here's Timothy and the Crosby Station cargo truck, and here is Ben with a Sodor China clay car. Here's Fergus with a cement mixer car. And back here is the ironworks / scrapyard. So we got a turntable here. We got Reg with the scrap monster. We've got busy as a bee James. He's a little pissed off at Percy at the moment, so he's making a scrap monster to scare him. We've got the old smelters yard destination. We've got Arian, Bert, and Stepney. So I hope Sir Topham Hatt's on his way to save him. We've got the power station finally, and we've got Proteus with the power cars. I figured that's a good piece of rolling stock he should be pulling since he's got the power. Anyways, this is the newest addition to my collection. I actually just got this like a week ago, I believe. It was kind of stalling me filming this video because I just found it as I was building the layout. But here is the what is it called? The switchyard track. I gotta say I'm really happy to have it. I've never really thought I would have got it, but I found one that was complete for a good price. So actually, TrainKing James helped me find it, so special thanks to him. And it was a good price, and I got it. But anyways, here's Sir Topham Hatt, the stop track. It's the battery-powered destination. We've got Neil with the musical carousel. We've got Neville at the chocolate factory with a chocolate boxcar. Special thanks to Oliver Duck for giving me that. Here is the fire crew and Flynn at the grist mill, and there's a little forest area here. I think there's a fire going on right now. I forgot to mention the Sam Bell Tower right here. Comes from the clay pits. And here's one of the Ellsbridge stations on this layout. I kind of had to do two of them. We got Daisy collecting passengers. We got the one of my windmills, or the other one, I guess, the red one. Here's Terrence and the cow on the line figures. Here's Hugo at the mountain tunnel on the other end of it, and there's Timothy from before. And on the top of the mountain tunnel we have Skiff, and then going down there past the clay pits is some scrap cars, and they're coupled up to Whiff. You can't really see him. There you go. He's at the he's coming from under this bridge. He's at the sawmill, and I'm really happy with how this area that I'm about to show turned out. But here's the sawmill. We've got Dash, and we have Wilbert up top. He's unloading the log. There's Whiff again. There's a three-way switch, and that goes back to the rescue center. We've got Scruff and Diesel right here. They're at the coal transfer tipper thing. Diesel has a little train behind him. Scruff just has one car. Over here, here's Boko with the fog cars. It starts to get a little complicated here. We've got the wood chipper. Then we've got a lot of lines here. Bear with me. We've got Den and Dart with some cargo cars. George at a level crossing with Charlie, and that came from here. Here's Henry's Tunnel. We've got Winston, the Flying Scotsman. The clock tower here, there's Gordon. This comes from by the mountain tunnel. Here is Nia, actually. I lied, there are two Thomas Wood models on this layout. There's Nia also with a train. These four lines from Henry's Tunnel, I forgot, one of them comes from the mountain tunnel. This one comes from over here, and then the final one goes to the sawmill. They all come to Knapford Station, and Knapford Station on this layout is actually really big, and that is because I had to borrow Tank Engine Thomas's Knapford Station from my most recent remake, and he's letting me use it until I don't need it anymore. But I asked him if it was okay to use it on this layout, and he said sure. So I've got a 6-lane Knapford Station on this layout, which is really cool. So let me see. This line under the Tidmouth covered bridge, here's Ryan with the milk. It goes over an arched stone bridge back to the coal tipper. There's Sir Top Hat's car. All these lines coming to the back of Knapford. We've got Butch and Nelson here. We got Spencer with a Knapford Express coach, and that goes into Henry's Tunnel. Got Gordon here. These two lines, they run parallel for a bit. One goes over a crossing of the road, and then that leads to the Sudbury Swing Bridge, but one keeps going. Here's Emily and Hero and Sydney, and let me get a better angle of this going back to the Quarry area. Here's the second Ellsbridge station with the platform and whatnot, and we've got this over-the-track signal. We've got a siding that Sydney is on with the aquarium, and it's Seaside Sydney, so he's on a seaside trip today. Emily has my custom old coaches. Let's see. One last thing over here. So here was the Hilltop station. Here's the paint factory. Here's the Sudbury Swing Bridge. Splatter and Dodger watching Diesel 10. Who knows what he's doing right now. We got a Defuse It gunpowder wagon. This goes under here, and there's Duck, and then the Toll Booth Bridge and Marin. So that all connects. This line that Donald and Douglas are on goes back to Knapford. Here's the front side of Knapford. We've got Philip, he's shunting boxcars. We've got Ashima with Annie and Clarabelle as a reference to the Great Race. We've got Frida with the Express, or Express coaches I should say, because there are many sets of Express on this layout. There's the back of Ryan's train, the Sodor Line caboose. We've got the power crew, they're kind of working on Knapford Station right now. And we've got Billy, he's attached to the jet engine, and he's about to smash into the station master's house with the water tower right there. That's pure chaos. This is the back of Murdoch's train from before. And let's see. I will go over the road at the end because I kind of want to go into better detail on that, but let me see. Trying not to fall over. This is if you couldn't tell, this layout is really tight, and I didn't initially try for that, but it just kind of happened because of not necessarily space constraints, but more track constraints, because I think the problem is I had too much straight track here by Knapford, and that kind of, like you can see, it's all really straight here, and that kind of upset everything else, because near the end it starts to get more curvy and tight as I worked the way around, so that just kind of ended up that way. But let's see, so Duck's line comes to this turntable. Here's from Knapford, also comes to the turntable, and it also connects to Vicarstown, so I kind of like that. Here's some sheds at Knapford, and there's D261. We've got Derek on the turntable, Samson right here with the circus cars. We got Victor, and this is my little mini Steamworks. I don't have the Steamworks lift and repair, so this is, or I mean the repair and go station, but I do have the Steamworks lift and repair. So here's the big city engine. He's being hoisted up, and the reason for that is because I don't actually have his tender. I just have the main body. So that's why he's being hoisted up right now. We've got Rickety and Scruffy, the orange one. Old slow coach Rocky, and here's Stafford. He's about to take some of them cars to who knows where. We've got one more thing here, Elizabeth at the coal station, and actually this video's been very long, but I think that wraps up the tour of the layout. Obviously I didn't go into extreme detail because that just would have taken too long, and I'm sure you guys don't really care that much. You can figure out what's going on, and this was a detailed enough look. But let me just take you on the road real quick. So we've got Elizabeth here at the coal station, I was pleased with how this came out because I didn't want the crane to not be connected to anything, but if I did track, I didn't know how to do it, so I was kind of cool. It was kind of a cool idea to connect it with the road, so I'm pleased with that. So it goes over this crossing, and there's Sir Topham Hatt's car. Underneath Henry's Tunnel, there was Butch and Nelson from before. Past the bridge in Knapford on the other side, and there's Birdie. And you've got the crossing, second crossing here. There's Isabella, I forgot to mention her. There's Caroline at Elsbridge. We continue. There's a roadway switch going underneath the bridge, leads you to Kevin with Boulder, but going the other way, there's Lorry 1 at a crane at the Blue Mountain Quarry. Going up, there's Bulgy. Then you go through the stacking riser down to the toll booth bridge, past the airfield, back up again over this crossing area with the Sodor Repair and Murdoch, and there's Madge and Duncan, and it goes past the turntable, back down, and then back to the coal station. So I was happy to have it go like intertwine with the railway. I thought that was pretty neat, and I'm pleased with that. And without further ado, I believe that is it. Really, to me it seemed like this was a quick video, but I'm looking at my camera and it says it's 21 minutes now, so I am sorry to everybody, but that is it. I hope you enjoyed this layout tour. This was quite a challenge to build. I forgot to mention that, yes, this took me a long time. Like, I mean, sort of procrastination and just talking to friends while building it. But also, I mean, it was tough to come out with some of the track connections in this layout. So it took me in total like 7 days to do. But, I mean, obviously it wasn't a full 24 hours of work every day. But you get what I'm saying. So it definitely took a while, but I'm pleased with the final result. I think my favorite area is behind Knapford here, with the clock tower and Henry's Tunnel and all that. I really like how that came out. But could it be better? I'm sure of it. I mean, there's always room for improvement with things like this, but I am pleased to have put a bunch of stuff from my collection to use finally. And it's really cool seeing it all come together on one huge layout. I love that. And this is the first big layout. I mean, disregarding the Shining Time layout, because that was kind of a different thing. This is the first big layout I've made in 6 years now. So it was really cool and a lot of fun to do, and I'm pleased to have done it. So let me try and do a overhead shot for the very end of this video. This is my basement, by the way. That's why everything's so messy. Here is the best I'm gonna get at an overview of the whole layout. I'm sorry that there's still stuff in the way, but there you go. That's the full layout. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I can't believe that I've been here for 6 years now. I mean, when I joined, I was such a small user, and I still feel like one to this day, but I mean, I have over 6,000 subscribers now. I've been in the community for 6 years. I've met so many people, I've talked to so many people, I've had so many great memories here, and I mean, it's crazy. I did not think I would get this far, but I did. I mean, I remember the days when I was just aiming for 75 subs, and that was it. And when I got there, I mean, it was like the craziest thing. But now look where I'm at, and I've got this huge layout to show for it. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you all later. I'm not sure when the next video will be, but you'll see me in the future, I can guarantee that. So thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.